What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today, we got to talk about PAWSWAP because PAWSWAP is going up huge. As you can see here, it's up 46% in the last 24 hours. That's humongous. So, yeah, shout out to all the people out there. And yeah, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. And definitely check out cryptomillionaires.shop. And let's get straight to it and talk about PAWSWAP here. So, before we even go over these technical analysis, right? As you can see here, we are inside a kind of good standings here at PAWSWAP. Like we're up 46%. So before we go over this though, I kind of want to mention why. So first of all, they dropped a new Medium post here, and they're pretty much, giving, I guess you would say, support and motivation to the people holding PAWSWAP. So that's really what this whole post was. So I'll go over it briefly. I guess I'll skim over it. But it was like, over the past few months, our platform and native token has experienced remarkable growth, blah, 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 blah. Early success, blah, blah, blah. As with the successful venture, the path to greatness comes with challenges. Established projects and the space have taken notice of our rapid growth. And they said, with the Twitter thing, because, they addressed the whole Twitter being scammed or hacked or whatever you want to call it. As a result, they have repeatedly attacked our project's Twitter, resulting in its suspension multiple times. So that definitely sucks right there. But yeah, it says established projects in the space have taken the notice, and they did not like PawSwap growing. And I won't say exactly what crypto it is, but I think there's another project that's like combating PawSwap for like the brand of PawSwap. I think it's something across that lines, right? But anyways, over here it says Unity amid challenges. So they're talking about going on to different social media platforms. So yeah, they actually just had an AMA today, and during that AMA, they actually mentioned that they're going to be moving to different platforms. And a few of them they mentioned going to like stuff like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat. They mentioned TikTok. They mentioned a lot of stuff. Medium. They mentioned Rumble as well. They mentioned a lot of different alternatives to Twitter. So, and then also I forgot the one that Donald Trump made, but it's a social media platform that Donald Trump made. But yeah, they mentioned a bunch of different social media platforms that they're going to start moving on to, and I think that this actually motivated some of the people holding PawSwap, because now you see humongous growth inside of PawSwap now. Like this is huge. So yeah, this is definitely pretty crazy. But yeah, let's keep going over it. So it says over here, I want to remind you all our shared vision to create a decentralized exchange that supports and empowers everyone in the cryptocurrency community, no matter their background or experience. We would like to see unity. So that's what they're looking for, is unity. And they said, however, our mission over here goes beyond these challenges as we aim to unite everyone under a single cause. Blah 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 blah. They're pretty much, putting that motivation in people, right? They're very very good at articulating their motivational speech here. It's pretty good. But over here, this is the learning from the past and looking for the future. So I guess they're going to approach social media in a different way, pretty much. And they said over here, we've come a long way. Rest assured, we will not waver in our pursuit of creating a more inclusive, decentralized financial landscape. And they said, as we look to the future, I see nothing but excitement, optimism, and opportunity. So they didn't really give any news. Obviously, this isn't like a news article. This is pretty much more so them like reassuring the community, like, look, we're going to keep going with this, and we're not just going to stop because they hacked our Twitter and they won't let us, establish our brand on Twitter. They're just trying to move to different areas now, and they're trying to show people that we're going to adapt to this. We don't need Twitter. We're just going to go to these different avenues. And yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. Like, I don't know exactly like who is reporting Paul, but yeah, this definitely sucks. This really does suck. But anyways, this is pretty much them just talking about the unity in crypto down here. So we're not gonna really go through that. But yeah, this is pretty interesting, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. They're gonna be doing the CerTic audit. Remember that they're doing audit on CerTic as well. So that's also gonna be pretty big. Now, if you want to go ahead and see the audit, I don't think they're actually done with the audit yet. I did a whole video on that before, so you can come here and check out their audit. But yeah, I don't think they're actually done on CerTic. It was up here before. I forgot where it was, but yeah, they're not necessarily done on CerTic yet, so you're gonna have to wait for that. And also over here, they also had another Q&A, but it wasn't, the one from today. They mentioned a lot of other things, about what follows after the CerTic audit. They said the CerTic audit will continue once the current audit is done in a few weeks. We will have another audit for the new codes. As utilities and tech keeps developing, more and more audits will continue to add. So they're going to have to audit their new code as well. And this current audit isn't going to be done for another 2 to 3 weeks is pretty much what they said. So yeah, this is definitely interesting. It says, are you expecting much in the way of fixes after searching audit, or are you confident in your work? They're confident in it, but they said if there's any problems, pretty much they're gonna fix it. So that's what they said there. But anyways, over here it says, so when the staking goes live, will the rewards be distributed in PAWs or in other token or other tokens? And all the rewards, will they be distributed automatically or through a manual process? So it's definitely best if they're automatic, and it's definitely best if PAW is used for those staking rewards. Now it says, will there be something like auto restaking for rewards? The initial rewards will be distributed in wrapped PAW, which you will be able to unwrap into PAW. That's what they said. Your rewards are going to be pretty much given in wrapped PAW, and then you can unwrap the PAW into PAW. On other chains, this is to help people have a stake in other chains without having to bridge, and to help the mass adoption. So they're also going to make sure it's bridged to other chains. But this is pretty interesting. They said, but yes, rewards will be always be in PAW. We are not planning on other tokens for other purposes, and one token for everything. So that's pretty good. Some projects, they spread themselves too thin and they get all these tokens. Sheep, that's an exception to the rule, right? Sheep is an exception. Like they can have sheep, they can have leash, they can have bone, and still work successfully. But yeah, most projects, they gotta build themselves up before they have all these coins come out. But anyways, there's a lot of other stuff here. So this person over here says, what are you looking forward to for the future for Paul? They said that's pretty broad. We revealed the new map, or we revealed our roadmaps, and we'll make new maps pretty much. That's pretty much what they said. They beat it around the bush. But anyways, over here, one thing people wanted to confirm, seeing their DMs to me, is that will Paul Chain definitely use Paul as gas? And they said yes. We pretty much set that up there. Paul is the native token. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So there's just a lot of different questions that people are asking you, but people were kind of asking the same questions over and over again. Like this one here, it says, I'm still interested in knowing if Paul will be used for gas, but that was literally like one of the third or second questions. And they said, yes, I already mentioned Paul will be used for gas. So yeah, there's pretty much not much else on here that they explain. Well, there's a lot of stuff on here if you want to come over here and explain it, but it's a lot to go over and read. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. So over here, in what jurisdiction, country/state was Paw LLC incorporated? So we already talked about this before, but they said development section in U.S. with the registration and trademark registration in the Middle East. So yeah, their LLC is established pretty much in the U.S. and then their trademark and everything is in the Middle East in Asia. So they have that underway. So, anyways, this is pretty interesting. There's really not that much that we can go over here because it's everything that we already know. But we're gonna have to wait until that. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all right now. So we're gonna go over the technical analysis now. So wow, now we're up 48.5% inside of Paul. So looking at the technical analysis here in Paul, I explained inside my previous video, like look, like we got all of this movement here inside of Paul. So this right here was like our consolidation wedge, right? We consolidated, and then at the end of this wedge, we broke down into a negative downtrend. But now we're kind of back into that area where we were before. So I think there's also a possibility that Paul could just be rising from here from now on. So like we'll see if it can, but hey, it's back inside of that same range that we were previously. So I think Paul has the possibility to actually rise. Now looking at the indicators here for Paul, if we were to have a pullback, we could obviously have one down to 7Z34, which is 7 zeros and a 3-4. So 7Z34, right? And then we also have more support at about 7Z30. And then we also have more support here at 7Z25. So we got some good support areas here for Paul. So we don't really have to worry too much about going down like very, very low. And also looking over here for the long term on Paul, we're looking towards, obviously 8Z or 7Z5. So that's 7 zeros and a 5 is what we're pretty much looking towards. And yeah, that's what we're just working towards right now. That's just where the next resistance is for us. You can see up here, the red area of my indicators are showing supply and demand areas where there's more demand. Or no, the red area shows supply and demand of less demand. So that's pretty much a resistance area for us at 7Z50. And then the green area show that we have more demand, which is why we are not going below the support currently. We're staying above the 4-1 area. So very good stuff there for us right now. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all right now. But yeah, definitely go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know what you all think about this. Leave a comment in the comment section. And also check out cryptomillionaires.shop. We got the Crypto Millionaires merch. I did have the shirt on earlier, but I'll have to put it on for my next video. But anyways, check that out. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.